Happy Memorial Day to you. Happy weekend, extended for some of us. I know for myself, most of my adult life has been spent working during Memorial Day weekend. So if you're one of the privileged and you're able to do this workout on your day off, well, that's awesome and congrats. This is a 35-minute metabolic conditioning workout, total body. All you'll need is a set of heavier dumbbells. I'm using 12s and a yoga mat. I'm just gonna be on this carpet because yes, I know, but I'm busy. I know, a year later, we're gonna hang out. She needs a lot of attention. Okay, so let's get it started. First thing we're up to is just taking a deep breath in. So find your space. Let's take the arms out wide, just a nice deep breath in. And wring out the wrists. Exhale, bring the arms together. And let's shake it all off. Do you want to say hi to the people, Pumi? Yes, okay, all right. So now here's some attention. Let's hit play on our playlist together in 3, 2, 1. 4-minute warm-up begins right meow. We'll walk back and we'll get ourselves ready to do the work. All right, so make sure you have your weights nearby. My weights are off to the side, so that way I'm not gonna run into them. And we're gonna start with this series of lunging, okay? So bring your feet about hip width apart, and we're gonna go very quickly through this lunge series. I go into a front lunge, side lunge, side lunge. Ooh, my hips just popped. Reverse lunge, reverse lunge. Last lunge is a transverse lunge. Transverse lunge. We're gonna do all of that one more time. Front lunge. I know I'm a little out of the frame on the front lunges. It is what it is, people. Lateral lunge, both sides. Reverse lunge, both sides. Hands can be anywhere. And final lunge is the transverse lunge. That is a diagonal back lunge. Excellent. Now from here, bring the feet nice and wide apart. Turn the toes out. Squat and squeeze. Good. Really drop low. Think about the pelvis driving straight between the heels. Last one. And hold it down. Give me a side lean and a rotation. One more time. Side lean and rotation. Beautiful. Rise to stand. You can hop or step your feet in. Then from here, I'm going to bring my feet back to being about hip width apart. Hinge and squeeze to rise. Back stays flat on the hinge. Let's do 2 more. Big inhale, big exhale. Last one, I want you to hold the hinge. Place your hands on the floor. Step back to a plank position. From your plank, lower down to your forearms. Press your way back up. Switch the forearm to lower. Press your way back up. Drive your hips back to downward dog and lower down to your hands and knees. Showing this to you from a side view, I take right arm, oh, too close to the mirror. I take my leg and arm away from me. I take the other leg and arm away from me. Showing this to you head on, because I think it'd be nice to see this too. I'm going to take it away from me, and now I rotate and tap. I do the other side. I lift it, take it away from me, rotate and tap. Now we will see this, some variation of this later, so I'm going to do it one more time. Lift up, right with left, reach back and tap. And then lift up left with right, reach back and tap. Then from here, sit back onto the seat. Take a moment, drive your heels into the floor, bring your palms to meet. Good, I'm gonna rotate right and left, reach up, lower halfway down. Do it again, rise up, rotate right and left, reach up, lower down all the way. Hug your knees into your chest, give your back a little massage, cross your ankles, rock your way up to sit, through into plank. Last bit of warm up. We're going to go through our mountain climbers for 8, for 7, First 6, 5 more seconds and warm up is over. Just a quick reminder of what a mountain climber is. It's just knees into chest for 3, 2, and 1. Okay. We start with lower body, then we move through upper body, cardio core, do it all, 8, and then we get a little rest. So starting out, body weight. This is a little confusing, it's why we're starting with it. Front lunge on the right, back kick on the left, front lunge on the left, back kick on the right, front lunge on the right, back kick on the left, front lunge on the left, back kick on the right. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We'll do it again. We'll get 2 opportunities. So if it's getting really confusing to you, slow this down, rewatch. That is the time for low body. Go ahead and grab your 12s or whatever weights you're using today. I'm using heavier weight. We're going to go with a biceps curl, turn the palm, overhead press, switch the arms. Bi curl, turn the palm, press up. Now listen, I know I've come out of the frame there. I curl to my chest, then I turn my palm, I press the palm facing the front of the room. Turn, pull, turn, push. Stand up nice and tall. Showing this to you from the side. I'm in an athletic stance. I'm not letting my spine round, but I'm also not letting my rib cage expand. I'm really trying to draw it up and in. Excellent. From here, go ahead and set those weights down. Know where they're located. This is our cardio. Just making sure I remember. Oh gosh, right. Oh. As you can clearly tell, I'm upset about it. I reach up first, I drop down low, I walk it out to a plank, I walk it back, I rise my way up. There's no push-up required. It's just working that heart rate and mobilization through the whole body, the whole time. Deep squat, overhead reach, drop down, walk it out, working the hands, working the wrists. Walk your hands out. Walk your hands back. No impact. I'm just feeling some work in my abs. I'm feeling my heart rate raising for sure. Core work is next. Okay. All righty. What did I have for the core work? Oh my gosh. Really? Is that really true? Okay. This is what I get for making this workout up a while ago. I'm like, wait a second, why did I do that? I'm in a forearm plank. I'm just alternating my lift, tap, and return. Now listen, I know we started a little bit late, and I guess that's just life. Okay, good news is you're gonna get to do this again. So if you're like, oh, I missed out on 10 seconds, Mandy, and it's your fault. Well, it is my fault. I totally own that. However, it's a video. You can always rewind it or pause it. Good, that is your time. Now we're coming back around, but it's a different low body activity, okay? So go ahead and grab your dumbbells. Single dumbbell, apologies, just one. Bring your feet wide apart, turn your toes slightly out. You're holding your dumbbell right at the head. I drop into one leg. I rise up, my toes are slightly pointed out. I drop into the other leg. I rise back up. The weight's right in front of my chest. Just a nice closed chain lateral lunge for us today, which in my opinion feels really good on my hips, and it's a little more informed. I feel a lot more inner thigh and glute. Everybody's body's gonna respond to different activities differently. So if you're like, yeah, I don't feel that, well, just remember we have another round, and maybe you need heavier weight. Excellente. Okay, we're gonna grab our second dumbbell, and now we're back in plank. This is why I'm realizing this workout. Okay, so bring your feet wide apart. Renegade row. I'm gonna pull right to the base of my rib cage and switch. So the elbow slides along the ribs. My body's not moving. I'm in this nice, strong, solid plank. All I'm doing is pulling the weight to the side of my frame. Now, good news, no weight after this. I go right into my cardio and I finish with my core. 3, 2, jumper step it in, drop those weights off. Clasp your hands, feet wide, drop into the hip of the left and over to the right. Left and right. This is our cardio. Breathe. You can probably hear my breathing. We've got half of the time down, another half to go. Everything's 50 seconds. 35 minutes of work. Really, that last 4 minutes is a stretch, so it's not too bad. Okay, so core is standing. We're gonna stay standing, but we're gonna hold a sumo squat. It's just like the warm-up, except for it's split in half. So bring yourself to a sumo squat hold. Excellent. We start with side bends. I'm going to side bend to the right and the left. I have my thumbs on my shoulders. My hips are low. My knees are bent wide. My toes are spread. 4 seconds till we do rotations. My hands stay put. Good, stay upright, twist to the right and left. You may feel like you're not getting a great range of motion. That's part of it, because this is thoracic spine rotation. What's not moving? My hips. It's just my torso. So notice if your knees are doing any sort of funky dance moves. They should be completely and utterly static. That is your time. Sip of water. We don't have but 20 seconds. We start back up at the top with front lunge and back kick. If you're interested, I'm gonna do it. Grab your weights. It doesn't have to be loaded, but we only get 2 opportunities. Okay, front lunge back kicks, weights in hand, here we go. Lunge it front, kick it back right. Lunge it front, kick it back left. My weights are just in my hands. Lunge it left, kick it right. I'm leaning forward. Lunge it right. This is not our cardio, so go slow. Kick it back. Lunge it. It's like a single leg deadlift a little bit. You're welcome. Lunge and kick. I lost it for a second. I was like, wait a second, am I kicking? Am I lunging? Right, it's brain. Drop in, squeeze to rise. Kick and return. Drop in, squeeze to rise. Finish with the kick. Stay standing. Turn the palms forward, soften the knees. I bicep curl on my left. I turn and punch the ceiling with the knuckles. Return and release. This is again timed. I am not concerned with how many we're completing in the 50-second duration. But what I am thinking about is control. It's so funny because Janet Jackson's about to perform at the Hollywood Bowl. I'm going, and Control is one of my favorite songs, and it really is applicable right now. I want control at the bottom, all the way to the top of my rep. So there's no whipping, there's no dropping, a lot of control. That is your time. Okay, so next up, oh my gosh, right, I almost forgot again. Walk out wide reach. So back at the bottom of the mat, drop in, walk it out, walk it back. This is our cardio. You can make it a little more powerful, a little quicker, a little bit more of a blast, or slow it down. Usually when I do my cardio elements, I make the hard cardio happen first, but I will tell you, I don't think that's the case in today's workout, just personally. I mean, maybe for other folks, this might be one of the more challenging pieces of work. I feel pretty good with this one, but you know, having a good day too. This is 2 and 1. Come down to the floor. This is our forearm plank. She remembered. It's a miracle. lift and tap, and return. Plug those shoulders in and push the chest away from the floor. So you're really trying to dome your back. Spend some time lifting your leg and not losing your stability here. We are halfway through the time allotment. We will not see this a third round. In the last half of this class, we learn 8 new moves and we do them twice through. So 2 and done. 9 seconds, come on. My forearms are burning. Breathe in. That is your time. Set those knees down. Whew. Find your single weight. Cossack. Or really not really a Cossack. It's a little, I wanted to say a bad word, but let's just say it's a cheat. Right? It's a little different. I'm just going for a closed chain lateral lunge. My feet are planted. Breathe in. Ooh. Again, name of the game is control. Do I have control throughout the rep? Squeeze your seat at the top. Excellent. Great news. In 8 seconds, we are done with this effort for the day. Now, next up, we're back on the floor. A lot of floor work here. Meet me in the renegade row position. What does that mean, Mandee? Weights are shoulder width apart, feet are wider than that, jumping jack wide. Give me 1 renegade row per side, alternating your sides. Now, personally, I like holding my other dumbbell. Some people don't, so here's the alternative. I could split the weight with my hands. I do one arm, send it back to the center, and then I do the other. And you may have seen my hips move a little bit. That is exactly why I do this with my hands on the weights. I do a lot less rocking around when my hand stays loaded underneath the shoulder of the same. Personally speaking, this is better for me. So that's how I feel about it. That is your time. Okay, we're back to cardio. So put your weights in front of your space so you know where they are. Rainbows. I have my opposite thumb over the other hand. So this is the awkward hold. Turn your torso all the way to the sides of your space. You're pivoting off of your foot. Pivot. Low impact. Halfway there. Not even halfway through the workout though, I'm just telling you. We're getting there though, getting closer each time. We have one more challenge left. This is the sumo hold. We'll start with the rotations and we'll end with the side bend. So we're just gonna reverse the order in 5. And that is your time. Meet me in an isometric sumo position, also known as plie. Drop in, start your twists. Hands on the elbows, or hands on the shoulders. Those are shoulders. Now, I can tend to get a little dizzy, so I like to look directly ahead. The torso, thoracic spine, middle back is doing the work. 4, 2, and I go into my side bends. These are slower because I can get further. Sink those hips down a little bit more. Showing this to you profile. I tuck my seat back down, drive in, and switch. Okay, short break. 3, 2, that's your time. This is your short break. Our next 8 are coming. So we're starting holding the dumbbells, and this one includes our diagonal back lunge, also known as our transverse lunge. Now here's the tricky part. We're just gonna move the right leg because in the second round, we'll move the left leg. Don't worry, if you're mirror imaging me, you're in good shape. I go all the way to the transverse lunge. I step across the foot and I curtsy. Lunge, front curtsy, lunge. So when I cross the hip, I come off the now back leg, my left leg heel. Good team. I'm gonna change my vantage point so you can see this. Say this is the top of my space. I come back for that transverse. I come across and curtsy. I come back. I come across and curtsy. Okay, that's what's up. Now we're gonna move into our upper body. So bring the weights together, front of the thighs. We have an alternated upright row. Pretty standard stuff. Elbow leads, knees are soft, abs are drawn. Here's the breathing. Just breathe with me. Yes, how controlled can your descend be? Your way down. Exhale, inhale slow, 9 seconds. We'll see this one again, right? We'll see all of it again, but we'll just move the left leg for that first effort. 2 and 1. Drop off the weights, know where they are. This is our cardio. Start standing with your feet together. Bring your palms up. I go for a nice little open hip and switch. My arms meet over my head like a little ballet movement. I have no history in ballet. So if any of you are like, girl, I'm just using the term. So don't at me. Big fan of just learning and doing and exploring and not judging myself about it, because here's the deal. It's all a choice. I just try to have a nice time, get a good sweat on, and spread kindness. Okay, next up, oh my gosh. Oh, this was not me, I don't know who wrote this. Right hand, right foot, left foot forward, right? Now I've got my left hand behind my ear. I'm gonna rotate as far as I can in and fan open. So my bottom leg is flexed. I am really pushing through the outer edge of the right foot. I'm halfway through. We are not switching. On the second round, I'll be on the left hand, just like moving the left leg for the first action. Don't worry, I will remember. So don't you fret, my friend. Excellent job. That was your time on that effort. Grab your weights. We come down to our back. This is our low body strength. The weights go across the hips. My feet are wide apart. Heels are down, toes are up. Hip bridge, half range. I'm not lowering down to my butt. I'm going down about halfway and pushing back up. Going down about halfway and driving up. Looking directly at the ceiling, neck is long, facial muscles are relaxed. Lift your toes to the tops of your shoes. Dig your heels in as if you're trying to glue them to your mat. 9 seconds. We have upper body. We stay in this position, okay? So set the hips down. Bring the weights over your chest, float the feet. Squeeze the legs together. I'm gonna go for a medial press, and then I bend my elbows and extend. Medial press. What does a medial press mean? That means it's the grip. Medial grip means you're facing your arms together or towards the middle of the body or towards the midline. Extra credit if you can keep your knees squeezed together. It's weirdly hard. You have to use your lower belly and use the adductors of the thighs, the inner thighs. Good work. Getting a little bit of a punch and a little bit of a triceps push. That is the time. Set your weights down for a moment. Then rise up. We've got our cardio. You're going to start yourself up in a plank position. Step your left foot outside the left hand. Rise up, drop down, step switch, rise up to the other side, bring it back down. This is our cardio. Oh my gosh, I'm just remembering what the last activity is, the core activity, and I'm getting sad. we're on our bellies. Let's just put it that way. Any friends that are pregnant, what we did in the warm-up on the hands and knees, you'll do that. Don't worry, I'll show you. I don't expect you to remember the warm-up. That would be insane. So pregnant friends, this is what's up. I go into my bird dog, I reach and tap, then I'll switch my sides. Just so you know. My friends that are not, knuckles, or excuse me, pinkies down, thumbs up, head down. I'm gonna lift right with left, reach and tap, and release. My head stays down. I lift left with right, reach back, and release. You're spending a lot more time with the leg lift here. Lift, tap, and is it okay if I cannot touch my toe? Yes. So maybe I lift and maybe I just reach and return. Goal here might be, can I get my thigh off the ground? That is your time. Quick child's pose. And then let's just move those weights. Well, we start with them. So what am I talking about? We're going in 8 seconds. I desperately need a sip of water. It is the left leg moving, right leg stationary for that transverse lunge. Okie dokie. Can't believe it, it's time. Step to the top. Here we go. Transverse lunge, cross curtsy. Transverse lunge, cross and curtsy. I will get you a different vantage point here in a moment. Okay, so here I am. Let's say this is the front of my room. Left leg goes back and then across, and I lift off that back heel. Back and across, I lift off that back heel. Yes. Upper body, upright rows in 3, 2, I'm coming back to face you. This is your time. Here we go. Pull and release. Knees are soft. Check in. You know what would be really smart? Wherever you're watching this video, have a mirror for yourself. So you can see yourself and look at the video kind of simultaneously and try your best to be aware of how you're standing, how you're moving, right? What a great way to demystify, am I doing it right? And then of course, you can always get at me and ask. I love to share information. Good work. Okie doke. I go into that second position thing, the ballet thing. So start with your feet together, arms at your sides. This is our cardio. It's low impact. I chose that for a reason. Because guess what? Not everybody is great with jumps. It's not great for all bodies. So I wanted to kind of meet everyone where they were. Say, for example, on Memorial Day, you're just taking a little 35-minute hiatus from the barbecuing, etc. You don't even need much. You could do all of this body weight, all of it. Pick it up if you can. No worries if that's not today, right? We're all coming at this from a different angle. 3, 2, and 1. So I've got that kickstand side plank nonsense. I'm on my left hand. I'm on my left foot. I've got my right toes forward. I've got my right hand behind my ear. I rotate in. I fan open. Take a moment in the rotation and take another moment at the top of the rep. Get really strong in the handprint of the hand on the ground. Push the floor away from you with power. Inhale and exhale. Good, are you still flexing that bottom foot? Check in. Awareness. Woo-wee. I am going to feel this later. This is 3, 2, and that is the time. Slowly come out of that, wring out the wrist. Grab the weights. We're in that loaded bridge situation. Showing this to you, direct profile. Weights on the hips. I'm pushing the weights onto the crease, Lift my hips up, half release, push to rise. Half release, I know I'm off the mat, but I don't feel like moving. So this is where I'm at. You know what's so funny is using this rug instead of a mat, I really like it because I can kind of float around here and not be like, oh man, I'm off the mat again. Because as you know, I'm off the mat a lot. It's because my mat's too small for my space, right? First world problems, my friend. Okie doke. Drop the weights off. We've got that crescent lunge thing. Meet me in a plank position. Hands nice and wide apart. Take the right foot outside. Rise. Step it back and switch. Take the left foot outside. Rise. Bring it on back. You guys, such awesome news. I'm moving, I forgot the upper body, don't worry about it, just realized it. I'm moving into the last 3 actions of the day. That is including the one we are in, so you're welcome for that. Last few seconds. So we went out of order. Nobody got hurt. It's all good, right? I know, it was more seamless to stay on your back, but it is what it is. And we meet now. So, back to the weights. Whew. Legs to the sky, squeeze the legs together, let's point the toes. Good. Bend, extend, and then triceps, press up. Bend in, punch the ceiling. Bend the elbows, don't hit your face. I'm mostly saying it to me. Let's keep those legs zipped up. Low back, pressing into the floor, head is relaxed. So often I see folks with their head lifted trying to do the work. You're just making it harder, babe, and you're making it harder in a different way. Not really helping you necessarily. This is an upper body challenge. We're working medial grip press into triceps. That is the time. You do not need the dumbbells, just push them off of your space. Meet me on your stomach or on all fours. Showing this to you in a different angle here. Thumbs up, 7 up, my head stays down. I lift, I reach, I lift, and I return. Then I switch it. I lift, I reach, I lift, and then I return. So there's that little added bonus of keeping the leg in the air, the arm in the air for 1 more second. Chest is down, navel is drawn, slight tug of the seat is going to take the pressure. If there's any pressure on the low back, that's going to take it away. This is 2, 1. Press your way back to child's. I'm actually remembering I said to do child's pose between the sets, and we didn't. I was just like, okay. I think because I was so thirsty, I couldn't think about anything else. So just take a moment in your child's pose, rock from right to left. Notice what's going on. We're moving right into our stretch. Just breathe. Slowly walk the hands back towards the knees and roll yourself up. So once you're in this kneeling position, let's clasp the hands behind the back. Send the chest open. Tuck the chin down. Walk the ear over to one side. Keep those knuckles reaching for the floor. Come back through the center. Over to the other shoulder. And returning chin to chest. Good, now from here, just bring the arms in front of you. Clasp the hands again. Turn the palms forward and dome the back. I am slightly tucking my tailbone. Then rise the arms up. Just take a moment, stretch the chest. Exhale, wring out the wrists as you return. Slide the legs out in front. Kickstand the heel of the right out to the side. Then I'm going to take my right hand to my right shin, left hand to my ear, and I'm going to find my side bend. Oh my gosh, feels nice. Rise back up through center. Take the hands behind you. Lift the hips for a moment. Return to the mat, switch the legs. Take a moment to set up. We're not rushing this out at all. Flex this foot, take the hand to the shin, take the other hand behind the ear and start to lean into it. Some of us might touch the feet, right? I'm feeling extra like just crunchy. So, you know, this is where I'm at today and I'm just honoring that. Are you breathing? Return. Take the hands behind you. We'll do the counter stretch on side 2. I like to tuck my chin so I don't feel like my neck is kind of driving back, and then slowly release back down to the floor. Good, we're on our backs last. This is the last few seconds. So take the legs directly to the sky, take the hands behind the head. Let's point, flex, and ankle circle. Just a few, just to kind of feel that blood flowing back to the hips and heart. And slowly release the feet all the way forward. Release the arms from the back of the head, point the toes. Reach up and arch the spine. Hug the knee in on the left. Take a nice little supine twist. This is it. Just taking 2 twists, one on the right, one on the left. Return to the center. Slide that leg long. Immediately going to the other side. And then cross the hip. Take the moment. Draw the shoulder blade down. Breathe into it. Bring the knees back to the chest. Rock your way up to sit. I hope you had a wonderful workout. I hope you learned something. I hope that you are more informed with the work. That's really what this is about. It's really trying to dial into what we're up to and how we can become better casual observers, but also more informed movers while we are lifting weight or we're doing core work or whatever it might be. It's all that. So anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk, and I will see you soon. Good work. Peace.